Morning, JJ and Lynne, North American International Auto Show, 725 here at WCSX.
And in a related story, I was reading the new Vanity Fair magazine, John Mellencamp, big story on him, a really interesting story. He has, I don't know if he's been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but he never makes it in and sort of been overlooked. And he was commenting about his commercial being used for Chevrolet.
Yeah, Our Country, which you've all seen.
Chevrolet has been a better record company to him than Columbia ever was.
Well, there you go.
You know, he was always against it years ago,
sure.
Selling out and this and that, what have you. He said it's given him the freedom to do his own music again.
Good for him. Rick Wagoner,
speaking of
chairman,
Chevrolet
of General Motors, our guest this morning as we look forward to the North American International Auto Show, a charity preview Friday, and then it opens on Saturday, of course. But a pre-event, first time they've ever done this, last Friday, called Style, the GM Style event downtown. Out back, a huge tent. I mean, this is the biggest tent I've ever seen in my life, and it was blue.
Like 1,500 people.
Illuminated blue. It was really...
It took us so long to get it up.
Yeah, and we were pleasantly surprised, been really surprised last week when we each got an envelope, opened it up, and said, "You're invited."
I
keep looking at it over and over and again, trying to figure out, okay, how much per... What's the donor rate on this one? But
anything
it was not,
with a red carpet and celebs.
Yeah, you
there.
got it. So, Mr. Wagner, thank you so much for your kind invitation.
It was quite an event, I must say. Not my normal Saturday night. I suspect not yours as well.
I was trying to remember was it the Saturn concept car with the top lifted off?
That was a Saab, the Saab Aero
That was
X.
the Saab. My husband said, "I wonder if Carmen Electra's dress is going to do that too."
There did seem to be some divergence of which models people were looking at,
oh,
the car or
goodness.
the people.
Well, that was what I came back with. I said I started looking at the cars because they were so cool.
Good for you.
I loved the show. I thought it was hip, and I know that was exactly what you were going for, and it was accomplished.
I think that that was accomplished. I haven't exactly always been accused of being a hip guy, but it's kind of great to see that people are saying that now when they talk about GM. That's exactly what we need.
By the way, shame on us. We're remiss. Congratulations. Car and Truck of the Year. That's quite an accomplishment.
It was. I mean, to be honest, not something you can plan on, but our people were extremely excited when we got that news on Sunday morning. Arguably, with a Chevy Silverado pickup, we had a strong position in that segment. We knew we did a great new truck, so not a complete surprise to win that, but winning both car and truck, and for Saturn to win with the Aura in a very tough category against the best competitors in the United States, I think that was one that really got everyone's attention. So we're pleased about both, and it certainly, I think, sends the message to the world that we're committed to doing just the best cars and trucks we can at GM, and we certainly hope consumers will give us a chance.
You know, and you are aware of this because you were very generous with us a couple of years ago, the project, the charity project we do called Stone Soup, and we're in the process of selecting this year's car. One thing, though, we had never talked to you about, your first car.
Right. I do remember that we actually had a chance to talk about this Stone Soup project several times. I think you actually cornered me once at a Christmas party or something, as I recall.
I believe I did.
You were a good salesman for that cause.
Well, and it worked out because you guys were very generous to give us a new one to go with the 65 convertible GTO that we had.
Your salesmanship is strong, and your arm twisting is even stronger.
Well, it helped that I spoke Swedish.
Yes, it did. You're right. You're right. But yeah, my first car was a Chevy Camaro, a new car that I purchased in 1973, and I thought it was the greatest car around, even though it only cost, to my recollection, $3,502.
You must
is that how the new convertible is going to be priced, Rick?
Inflation adjusted won't be far off, and inflation and equipment adjusted, not far from that, I'm sure.
Well, what color was it?
It was silver.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was completely stripped down. It had nothing in it because I couldn't afford any more than that.
Was
but I was very proud of it.
Was it high school for you?
It was actually when I was in college.
In college, okay.
Before that, I borrowed my father's station wagon.
Which was a what?
Well, I can't say because it was a brand X. It wasn't an import, though, I can tell you that.
All right, fine. Well, you know, our fathers, that generation, we didn't buy foreign. You know, our fathers would not buy foreign
We didn't even know
cars.
what foreign was,
no,
did we?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, a Volkswagen Beetle was somewhat exotic at that point.
That was about it.
And a few Mercedes with diesel engines is what I recall.
Yeah, that
For
the
the
country
rich
club
kids.
guys drove.
Right.
And other than that, it was just the home team, and that certainly has changed. It's a global business, and the competitiveness has changed, and we have to react to that. And I think we are, but it makes for a challenging business.
Well, you mentioned education and looking over your resume before us here. We've decided between Duke and Harvard that you're too smart for our show.
Don't know about that.
You have no business being on this radio show.
I think it speaks to the potential flaws in the admission process of those fine institutions.
Always a pleasure talking to you, Rick. Congratulations again on the Car and Truck of the Year, and have fun this week at the Auto Show.
Hey, thanks, JJ. Lynn, great to be with you, and wish you guys all the best for the year 2007.
Hey, we'll see you at the show.
All right.